Has it started yet?
Are we on?
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of B Movie Mania. I am your host, Michael Hayes, and with me is... Oh, shit, sorry, I forgot to turn my phone off.
What?
I'm getting a call. Sorry, hold on, guys. Hold on a second. Hello? This is Michael Hayes of B Movie Mania Studios. Uh-huh.
It's a bit.
Yeah. Oh, no. You're not too late at all. You're not too late. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Oh, the guys will be so happy about that. Yeah. We love. Yeah, we haven't had a sponsorship in a while. To be completely honest, we love this.
Sponsorship? That means money.
Yeah. Okay.
Did Night Beast call us back?
Yeah. You got an email? Okay.
What?
Okay. Yeah, I'll let the guys know the link here for this, and then just those moments. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll do a great job. I prompt. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay. Bye.
Long intro.
Wow, that's a good ad lib.
Welcome to the crossroads of camp, the bastion of the bizarre, the place where low budgets meet high praise. Yes, it's B-Movie Mania. And now, B-Movie Maniacs, here are your hosts, the cream of the crap, the connoisseurs of cult, your cinematic creepy uncles, Paul Brooks, Mike Hayes, Jason Huls, and crazy Chris Hutson.
All right, let's try this again. Hello and welcome to B Movie Mania. I am your host this week, Michael Hayes, and with me, as always, is Paul Brooks.
No, you can call me Joni now.
Okay.
Or wait, Jody. God damn it, I screwed that up.
It's Joni.
It's Joni.
Is it Jody or Joni?
Joni.
In the movie we watched, it's Joni.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can call you Jody.
Yeah, you want Jody?
Call me Jody from now on for the rest of the rest of the time we do this show.
All right, Jody, sounds good.
Backpack
Also with me-
Jody.
Also,
Sorry, Jetpack Jody. Jetpack Jody. That's what we need. I'll get it right some point.
also with me is Jason Huls.
No, my name is Kyle now.
Oh, sorry, Kyle's here. Jody and Kyle are here.
The little throwback joke.
And I really hope that this, I'm going to get this right, but also with me, I think, is crazy Chris Hutson.
Mike, you know the dangers of diabetic ketoacidosis.
I think I do, but I'm not certain, actually. I'm not a doctor.
What's your name?
Adam?
Guys?
Guys? Call me guys from now on, please.
Yeah, we really need to blend in our callback jokes more.
Guys Hayes.
People have no idea what we're talking about.
Well, they don't have any idea what we're talking about. There's that. This was just a
mission
jumbled mess
accomplished.
of garbage.
This is all getting
Listener,
edited
we urge you to listen to our prior episodes.
out. Leave us a comment.
Check the appendix of this episode to see where all the references are from.
And while you're at it, give us a 5-star review.
Buy a t-shirt. Let's get it all out of the way.
All right, Instagram, check it out.
All right, show's over. Best episode ever.
There's a group on Facebook.
A deadly adoption.
Thank you, Chris Hutson, for bringing it back.
Nice.
That's right, listener. Chris Hutson saves us this time. It's because we went out to the woods to have a little time on the lake this summer, and we witnessed A Deadly Adoption.
Yes.
Which is a Lifetime original film from 2015. And it stars some pretty big names.
Yeah. Who?
Well, I hope I know their names correctly. Maybe they've changed since then.
Everyone's Jody now.
We have Will Ferrell and Jody Wiig. It's not even the name for the movie. Yeah, okay, so Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig decided to make a Lifetime movie in 2015, which they were trying to keep secret. And
That failed.
well, there's a whole bunch of stuff behind the whole, like, how they tried to keep it secret and they couldn't. But yeah, this happened. It was a thing. It was a big event, a big to-do. Everyone was tweeting about it back in the day because they didn't understand what it was.
Yeah, me and Jay live tweeted this when it first premiered. And Jay, I remember being pretty pumped up.
Yeah, I was too.
What is that?
Okay, the listeners obviously can't see this, but what I'm holding up to my camera is a list of all of the live tweets
Wow.
that I did for this movie.
Looks like Jay killed about 12 trees to print that out.
Paul's got him up too, but in
Yeah.
a much more efficient, economical, ecological manner.
Yeah, I didn't kill any trees.
And while Paul's climate crisis there of a screen is putting us into even more danger than Jay's 12 trees.
That's right. That's
Entirely
right.
possible.
Down with Bitcoin.
We're going to get some of those throughout the episode, I assume.
Oh, for sure. In fact, Mike, I was going to use one as my quick take.
Quick takes.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Jason Huls, what's your quick take for A Deadly Adoption?
Let me reference a tweet that I made in 2015 when this thing debuted, if I may. What happens at Barnes & Noble doesn't always stay at Barnes & Noble. Hashtag book tour problems. Hashtag A Deadly Adoption.
Oh, that's great. That's a great reference to what happens in the movie.
Thanks.
Chris Hutson.
Hey, Mike, can you cue up the really emotional music for me? I appreciate it. Thank you. Hoodwinked wife, oblivious husband, both very successful, of course. Gay sidekick, sexy temptress. The setup just screams for a deadly situation.
Were you tweeting this too, Chris?
I stole that from you, Paul.
Oh.
You did?
You know what I like about that tweet? Or tweet. Chris, what I like about what you just did right there is that I was expecting something like crazy, off-the-wall funny, and you just played it straight.
Oh, yeah.
Just like this
Just
movie.
like this movie.
Exactly. It was real spot on.
I am subverting expectations.
Nice.
What about you, Paul? What's your quick take?
I don't know. Let me see if I can find a tweet here that I did. I figured Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig would be the two biggest stars in hashtag A Deadly Adoption, but then Bridget's heaving milky boob showed up.
Boy. Yeah, well.
I knew that was going there.
Okay, so Chris is the only one who has not seen this prior.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey, okay, guys, before we get into it, and thank you, Chris, because your quick take was just the premise of the film, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that again. But so, and I'll probably cut this out, obviously. But
Why are you winking at us?
I'm not winking. I'm going to cut this out. I have an itchy eye. Anyway, so I got a call from a sponsor. Lifetime found out we were doing this and called to actually sponsor the episode.
Wow.
So,
Who
yeah,
told
right?
them?
This is a dream
So-
come true for me.
They actually said "fuck Night Beasts" to me, which is interesting. But
Yikes.
I agree. I mean, not really. They can sponsor us again. Anyway, the point is, they've given us a handful of ads that they want us to read from their sponsors. Like they're not Lifetime ads. It seems they're just ads for that they're putting through here, and we'll get revenue from that.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be great. So throughout the episode, we'll just have to do these occasionally, and I can direct everyone like, hey, read this one, read this. It'll be fine or whatever.
I guess so.
So maybe we should maybe start with that. So, Paul, would you be willing to read this first ad for us, please?
Yeah, I mean, usually at the top of the show, you like to get an ad out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Ad one.
Yes, ad one, please.
Okay. Kristen Wiig, star of Lifetime's A Deadly Adoption, can do a lot of things. Comedy, drama, dramedy. But one thing she can't do is fit any more of these damn wigs in her closet. That's right, K-Dubs is having a wig sale and you've got a digital coupon. Go to bit.ly/wigs will rock we. That's bit.ly/wigs with 2 I's. Wigs will rock we. Spell end of web address for spell.
I think,
okay.
Paul, I think you're misreading that. I think it's wigs will rock you, but it's WIIGS, like Kristen Wiig's name, and then wigs, and then will, and then for some reason rock is spelled with the W at the beginning of it. WROCK, and then U is EWE, like
Rock
a sheep.
you. Well, that's whose idea was that? That's terrible.
Well,
I think they wanted the
sponsor. I think
W.
Sorry, cut that out.
idea.
Lifetime's marketing department scored big when they got us to read their ads. Are we
great.
sure this wasn't Night Beast Industries in disguise?
Hold on. Let me finish this.
Yeah, let's get this finished.
Wig out with your wig out.
All right. Thank you again, Lifetime, for sponsoring this. I hope we do you proud.
Is that
with
wig out with two eyes?
It's well at the end it's wig with one eye and then a wig with two eyes. So wig out with your wig out. But the web address, Chris, is bit.ly/wigs with two eyes and then wigs with one eye and then Will. Wait, why is there an extra W in there?
That's what I'm
Will
saying. There's
rock
I think
you.
they put a bunch of W's in. I don't know. It's like I think it's alliteration, but not very good alliteration. It's weird.
Just go down. The link is posted on bmoviemania.com. Mike had to buy the URL. Just go.
So the movie, this serious movie that was made by comedians, directed by Rachel Lee Goldenberg,
Yeah.
who I only recently really paid attention to because she recently did a movie called Unpregnant, which was really great and a fun road trip movie about women's health stuff. It was fun. And so I realized it was the same woman and had one of those moments where you're like, oh, this person made this movie and they also made this other thing I like. And so it was just kind of a fun moment for myself.
Thanks, Rachel.
So anyway, we're out in the woods on a lake in a mansion, and it's a child's birthday party.
Sure.
That's the beginning of this movie.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of exposition right up at the beginning, and we know everyone, all the names, all the characters. And if you know anything about these Lifetime movies, you'll pretty much know how it goes for the rest of the movie.
Thank you,
based off
Chris, for
this.
pointing that out because I watched this earlier tonight with my mom, and my mom being a Lifetime, connoisseur, literally called out everything about 45 seconds before it happened. It is the Lifetime formula.
I saw someone point out in a review of theirs that they thought this was probably the Sharknado of Lifetime movies.
It's not though. Because here's the thing, Mike, I don't know if you want me to get into this just yet, but
Let's do it.
all right. I was really excited when I heard about this movie coming out and when me and Jay were watching it when it premiered, I was pumped. I'm like, this is going to be great because I like Will Ferrell and I like Kristen Wiig. But it's not, they are not hamming it up in this thing at all. They play it 100% straight. And to me, it's like, well, that's kind of the problem with this thing is that what do you do with this? Because it's kind of presented, if you look at the Wikipedia page, it says that it's a black comedy and presented as a parody. But is it? Because it's really no different from any other Lifetime movie that you watch.
No. And you know what? Here's the thing. It's not I totally agree with you, Paul, 100%. It's not a black comedy. It's the only comedy surrounding this project. It's on a meta level where you as an audience member are sitting there going, look what I'm seeing. This is so weird seeing this. Because if you put two unknown actors in the two lead roles,
it's just
you
a
have
regular
a
Lifetime
completely
movie.
straight Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
There's no comedy.
I think a lot of this comes from they didn't want people to know ahead of time who was in this movie. So when you're watching it for the first time and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's probably true.
Here's where I differ. I differ 100% with you guys on this opinion. And of course, that's why we like this discourse.
Yeah.
I think the fact that you can't tell it apart from a Lifetime movie means that it is such a successful parody of it. But that begs the question then, are Lifetime movies unparodiable?
Exactly.
Because it's not done like Airplane, right? They're not making spoofy jokes. It's not a spoof.
Right.
It's played so absolutely straight. There are there's maybe that one wink at the last fucking shot of the camera of the movie. Like, that's a wink, but nothing else is. Everything else is straight up. But it's all the tropes, man. I was trying to get over to like tvtropes.com and see what their list is. I bet it's massive of just like, here's everything that happens. And like you said, your mom called it out every step of the way, which says something, at least in terms of imitating a Lifetime movie. They did a good job at that.
But it's not, I'm not saying, I don't think it's imitation. It is a Lifetime movie. It's put out by Lifetime. It's done by people that aren't typical Lifetime actors, but it's still a Lifetime film. Like,
it's weird, Jay, also because Rachel Lee Goldenberg also has directed before this a couple other Lifetime movies.
Okay,
right. So, she's gotten into like the other like outside of that comedy stuff and other things now, but she does on her record. She has a couple more Lifetime movies.
I think that's why they picked her to direct this, because she did have one foot in comedy and one foot in the pit that is Lifetime movies.
Yeah.
Well, look at it this way. Would we be having this conversation if it was the exact same film with two other people instead of Kristen Wiig or Will Ferrell?
If it were Adam Sandler and Roseanne Barr?
Well, we might, because I think this movie is fucking bonkers.
Well, but a lot of Lifetime movies are bonkers.
No, I know exactly. Well, exactly. But I think we would. Well, we wouldn't having this conversation. No,
I feel like Paul and I are sort of on the same page with it.
Yeah.
And Chris, where do you fall on this? Is it parody or is it not?
You know, I really don't. Watching the movie, I got no sense of parody from this. Like, they play it really straight. And if you didn't, like you said, Jay, if there were any two other comedians in this movie, it would totally be a Lifetime movie.
And don't get me wrong, I'm glad that they made it the way that they did. I think that they probably had a conversation at some point and they said, listen, how do we want to do this? Do we want to like somehow go way more over the top and make it really, really goofy? I don't think that would have worked at all.
And I'm down for the joke. I like the fact that this thing exists and that they did this. Like, I like going, look, Will Ferrell in a Lifetime movie. Yeah. Like that joke to me is amusing.
Yeah.
But I just don't think the movie itself is.
I do wish they played it a little more dramatic, though. I mean, it's already overly dramatic just by being a Lifetime movie.
Okay, the music cue started, guys. We got to do another ad for him here.
Cut that out, Paul.
Okay, Chris, could you please read ad 2 for us?
Are you tired of all your kids' shit?
Can you say
Do you hate filling sack after sack with their vile, putrid waste? Then look no further than Diaper Wiper! Diaper Wiper is the new sanitary product for cleaning disposable diapers. Who has the patience for cloth diapers anyway? Idiots! That's who! Because they love collecting baby shit. Use the new Diaper Wiper because you're not a shit-collecting idiot.
Wow.
All right, thank you, Chris, for that, and thank you, Lifetime, for sponsoring this episode.
Why are Lifetime getting these sort of ads? I mean,
this is a movie about adoption and children and parenting, so that makes a lot of sense that they've sent this. It's just an algorithm, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these are AI written ads. That's beginning to make a little more sense.
Oh, that could be. We are in 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, so why does this? Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it because we're not.
Okay,
this movie.
Okay. You know what, Mike? Before you go in there, I have a question about this goddamn party.
Wait,
okay,
let Mike say his thing.
Okay, Mike, say your thing.
No, I just need someone to say why the story happens.
Oh.
Beginning of the movie, there's a 2-minute long, 3-minute long intro, then the title sequence.
Chris, why does the story happen?
All right, the story happens because it starts off at like their kid's birthday party, but Kristen Wiig is still. I mean, the party's in full swing. Will Ferrell comes over to tell Kristen Wiig that, hey, it's time for presents. Kristen Wiig is still in the goddamn kitchen baking cupcakes. Shouldn't she have done this like yesterday?
I don't think that's really.
No, that's not the beginning of the film.
That's not the inciting incident.
Cupcakes weren't the.
That's after the credits.
Oh.
There's 2 birthday parties and they're separate.
Mike, let me try it, okay? Because I take issue with the beginning of this.
Okay.
Or not. I guess take issue is the wrong word. I have a theory about this.
Okay.
It's the cupcakes.
It's the
all a
birthday
dream.
party. And Kristen Wiig wants to go for a ride on the boat. And hotshot finance author Robert Benson is like, get off the dock. It's rotten. We're not going on the boat. And she's like, Captain Benson, you get down here. I want to go on this boat.
Hey, let's take the boat out.
What is she doing?
I think she wants to take the boat out.
The dock is rotten. We're hoping to have it fixed by next week.
Honey, get off the dock.
You can hardly wait for that baby brother, huh?
I'm more excited about the baby than she is.
That's because you don't have to carry the little monster around for the next 9 months. Captain Robert Benson! You, boat, now!
Looks like I'm gonna have to run down there and pull her off that dock myself.
Yep.
Captain Robert Benson! I am getting in this boat!
It's so cute how she talks to him.
She does. And then the railing breaks and she falls back into the water. Now, okay, briefly, what happens? She falls into the water. He has to save her. And in the process, she loses the baby. That's where this whole thing kicks off. But I went through the fall, frame by frame.
Wow.
Because I wanted to see, because you're like, okay, does she hit her head on the boat or something? She
That's
does
what
not.
they say happens.
But she does not hit her head
No, she
on the
does
boat.
not.
I have the tweet pulled up.
Okay, Paul, give me the tweet real quick.
All right. Jason Huls tweets, I don't think it was the fall that killed the baby. It was Robert jumping on top of her to save her. Hashtag a deadly adoption.
Yes.
It's
That's
hard to
exactly
argue with
what
that.
a pregnant lady can just drop backwards into water. It's not concrete, people.
It's not going to kill the baby.
It's not going to kill the baby.
It's not going to kill the baby.
A 6'4", 220-pound man jumping on top of you might kill the baby.
Well, guys, okay, you're forgetting one important fact, though. I would agree with you otherwise, but we all know that a fetus can't breathe underwater.
Oh, yeah. It needs air.
It needs air. So, I mean, otherwise, yeah, it's a very interesting theory, but you got to remember these things.
They don't have their gills yet.
Nope.
So it wasn't Will Ferrell kneeing the baby in the face.
He had an elbow drop in there somewhere.
Just an atomic elbow rolling DDT. What are wrestlings?
Look, maniacs, all the maniacs out there have their own opinion on this, okay? So here's what you do. Go to @JasonHulls, June 20th, 2015. Find my tweet, respond to it, and tell me what you think of that theory.
Please do.
Okay, so anyway, that's what kicks it off, is that she loses the baby. The whole story starts because she loses the baby, and then they hate each other. Well, he hates her.
So then the credits jump in after this tragic event of her just... of her just falling into the water.
Gently.
Just having a nice fall into the water, into the lake. It's fine. And then, so we jump 5 years into the future after that. And
It's a real Battlestar Galactica moment.
Oh, I wanted to say it.
we're at a place called Storm Lake.
Ooh,
It's
that's
in
cool.
It's in New England, I think.
I want to say that they shot this in probably British Columbia, Canada.
I'm pretty sure it was Southern California, actually.
My wife actually thought they filmed it in Michigan because there's a reference to some bridge for some island that she's familiar with.
Mackinac Bridge.
Mackinac Bridge, yeah.
We should let Mike talk for like 20 minutes now.
All right, go, Mike.
Well, we get back in here 5 minutes later. We're at Storm Lake. This is where we meet our characters. Sarah is Kristen Wiig's character, the mother. She runs a farmer's market, and she has her co-worker or co-entrepreneur, Charlie, that works with her. We get lines in this movie that are just slightly off, but they're not out of place in a Lifetime movie, but you know they chose them perfectly. They walk the line of comedy.
Example.
Right here.
You're gonna love it. Can't even tell it's organic.
We love the cookies you made last week.
Oh, thanks. Maybe I'll make them next week.
He doesn't believe they're sugarless.
Well, technically he's right. I mean, I use honey, but it's my own honey. So there's no refined sugars in there, I promise.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna start packing up.
Thanks, Charlie. I think we did really well this week.
Yeah, all the gluten-free stuff went fast. Either this town's getting hip or it actually tastes good.
Or maybe both.
This town is not hip.
You're gonna love it. You can't even tell it's organic. Like
That's just a Lifetime line.
But also, it's a perfect stupid line because no one doesn't want it to taste organic. That's the point of organic.
I heard that their gluten-free stuff is selling really good.
What now? Now is it sugar-free?
Yeah, well, she uses her own honey, but none of it is processed sugar or whatever the fuck.
There's just these little lines that are just obviously like walking that line of ridiculousness, but not going over the edge. They sound like they would fit in a Lifetime movie, but when you think about it,
you know what? This brings up a good question, actually. Let's talk about our personal histories here for us just a second. How many Lifetime movies have you seen, Mike, prior to this?
Well, there's at least the one because of Valentine's Day. No, I go home and watch Lifetime movies with my mother when I visit. Yeah, I do. She knows that I am a big fan of Danica McKellar.
Okay. Hell,
I mean,
sure. Yeah.
I mean, who isn't? But she's in all of them. My mom once brought it up. She's like, she threw it on the TV and she's like, "Oh, Danica's in this," and I'm like, "Oh, awesome!" And she goes, "I thought you'd like that." I was like, "Whoa, Mom!"
Nice.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I think it's safe to say Paul and I have watched a handful of them.
A lot.
Yeah.
What about you, Hutson?
Chris, ever seen a Lifetime movie prior to this?
I have seen A Recipe for Seduction.
Huh? Okay.
You've seen more than that.
No. I mean, I've been
Come
over at Jay's when Aaron's watching one or something, and I'll just make fun of it.
Watch those.
Really? Oh shit! Oh, it's those true crime things that she's watching.
Aaron loves true crime.
So never mind. Never seen one.
Just that. Just wondering what I feel like because
I haven't had cable TV since 1993, so I have no access to Lifetime television for women. Is it still called that? I don't even know. That's what it used to be called.
It's not. It's not called that anymore.
Yeah, it's just it's fair to think that the Lifetime audience could possibly hear this, and those listeners that we're welcoming to our show are going to want to know what our personal background is with this product.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fair.
Let's go, please, for God's sake.
So we get to this party 5 years later that Chris mentioned, and it's so the baby child that we haven't even really mentioned. They already have a kid.
Yeah, Sully.
Yeah, I didn't really even pick up on that the first time.
They have a baby, like Robert's holding the baby in the first scene, Sully. The named her after the pilot because he's a hero. And
I thought that was the Monsters Inc. character.
Could be after that
John
too.
Goodman.
Who fucking knows? But so it's her birthday party. It's the anniversary of both his daughter's birthday because Robert's the main guy in this, and also his wife tripping or falling off of the rotting deck and losing their soon-to-be child.
Unfortunate.
And so it's a double anniversary, one good, one terrible. So that's the whole thing. But we do learn that his daughter has diabetes, which does run into the main plot of the film quite a bit. And we learn that Robert's a very worrywart kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And a recovering alcoholic.
For suspicious reasons, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what could possibly a finance author genius?
Excuse you, finance rock star.
Sorry, finance rock star. I mispronounced that. What could he possibly get into as that? That seems like such a nerd job.
Well, you know what, Mike? I thought about that too.
Oh, yeah?
And that's why I tweeted finance authors get all the groupies.
Hell yeah.
Well,
a deadly adoption.
That is something his agent... Yeah. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's literary agents. That's actually a thing, isn't it?
Yes. Deb is his agent.
So what did the publisher say?
They're fine with cutting that chapter, Robert, but they're hoping for a late fall release.
I know. I'm working as fast as I can, Deb.
It's not why I called you, Robert, and you know it.
The answer is no.
Robert, we sell twice as many of your books if you do a book tour.
I make enough, okay? And I've said it 1 billion times. No more book tours. Those days are over.
Why do you hate your readers?
I love my readers. I just don't have the stamina to go on the road again. Especially after last time.
Oh, come on, Robert. You're not fooling me. No one partied as hard as you did on the road.
Is that what that was, partying? I believe they have a clinical name for it. If you recall, I blacked out last time.
Fine, so lay off the booze, but you still have groupies and they want to see you.
Debbie.
Fine, I'm done. I will wait for the pages.
Mike, I have a tweet to go along with that as well.
Let's hear that, Paul.
I can only assume that one of Robert's best-selling books is called Finance and Fellatio. Hashtag a deadly adoption.
That's great.
What to do when the market goes down.
Nice.
Go ahead and tweet that out.
Yeah, right now.
So we learned that that Sarah, played by Kristen Wiig, cannot have a child now because she fell off the dock into the water. And
Well, her uterus needs to dry out. That's the problem.
Oh, Jesus.
so they're gonna adopt someone, and they're gonna do the thing where they have a surrogate mother, right? Or not surrogate, because that involves whatever it is. Like they're gonna adopt a baby that's being born,
Right.
and they're going to invite this young woman into their home, and she's going to live with them for the last handful of months of her pregnancy.
They go through like a service.
Yes. And Paul, we meet the new mom.
Yeah.
Named Bridget.
Right.
Do you have anything to say about Bridget?
Bridget is, she's an attractive young lady. We don't know much about her.
Neither does Kristen Wiig or Will Ferrell.
Exactly. They don't know much about her. So, but, they start to get to know her a little bit. They both seemingly like her quite a bit. So it seems to be a pretty good fit.
It does. Though she's hanging out and talking with them, getting to know them for the first time. She picks up a picture of the family. Yeah. This is one of the best moments of anything.
As Kyle Kinane once said, yeah.
What, Jay, what happens with this picture? She's looking at this family portrait?
Yeah, she's looking at the family portrait, and then she goes to shake Will Ferrell's hand, and she drops the family photo in the glass.
My mom was like, that's a bad sign. That's bad.
Yep.
It was so on the nose. It's so great. The picture shatters, and it's just the most obvious symbol of the shattering of the family that a freshman in film school is just coming over because it's so important.
And of course they're like, it's fine, sit down, it's fine.
Yeah, of course,
yeah.
I totally missed that.
Did you? Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so good.
He did not. The
like
foreshadowing just smacking you in the face.
Yeah. I got a concussion from being hit so hard in the head.
Oh, okay.
But we do figure out here also that she's homeless. Or she says she's homeless. And she's 6 months
lives
along.
In a shelter.
Yeah. And she's like, it's not so bad. The food's not good and I can't sleep, but...
Really tugging at the heartstrings.
Yeah, you feel bad for her. I mean, she's played by what's her name? Jessica Landes from 90210.
Oh, okay, the reboot.
I assume because she would be
right.
A zygote.
Yeah,
for
why
the
did
original.
I say that? She was not on the original. I know that.
So they find that out and they say, hey, if we go with this, move in. So she does.
Right.
She moves in. And then instantly, once she's given a room, just finds a magazine of Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig and tears down the middle, just like in every other movie.
I gotta tell you, I definitely keep magazines in my guest bedroom for the guests to look at when they're staying over.
She tore that magazine, and my mom goes, nobody's gonna notice that? Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Well, I mean... I don't know, but anyway. So they're living together. They're getting acclimated, and then at some point they're just trying to get things figured out. And Bridget decides she wants to do a little sunbathing out on the deck, and she asks Robert where the sunscreen might be.
I think that actually she knew where the sunscreen was. Or if she didn't know where the sunscreen was, she figured it out and hid it so that, she could, just get a little more personal time with sexy ass Robert.
Oh, yeah. Okay, speaking of that, Chris Hutson, you've got the biggest beard of all of us. How do you think Will Ferrell looks in this movie?
Deadly serious.
Okay.
I mean, that beard really lends a lot of gravitas to his expressions and his thoughtfulness, his anger, his fury at the end, and his love for his family.
Sure.
And his hatred of bicycles.
True. I agree.
Not what Mike was looking for.
But Do we think that beard was real?
Oh, no.
It's like a straight line look, which always looks a little fake, and it's very short.
You very rare. Am I wrong about this? You very rarely see Will Ferrell with a beard, so yeah, I think you're probably right.
Yeah, it probably isn't. But if it is, we're not used to it, so it just looks fake anyways, right?
Yeah.
Like just in general. So anyway, he's got a great look to him. He's obviously turning on this young 90210 star.
Yeah, I mean, how could you resist Will Ferrell?
They have a real close quarters, like, kind of thing, looking for the sunscreen. And it just really sets up this mood of, like, they're going to fuck, right? Like, that's the whole beginning of this movie is, like, he's going to cheat on his wife with this new young woman.
And I will say that was maybe there's a plot twist at some point related to that was actually... I think the sort of like the best part of the movie and maybe the most surprising part of the movie.
I agree. I think that's what makes the movie. I think that's why I like the movie. If it was just this straight guy cheats on his wife, like normal, I think that's the plot of one Lifetime movie, right? That's the plot. But they pack in a couple plots.
They tweak it a little bit.
Well, should I say it? Do you want me to say it?
Paul, maybe just go ahead and say it.
Yeah. It turns out that Will Ferrell's character of Robert eventually realizes that he has already slept with...
Geez, hold on. We're getting this ad thing again. We got to do a read here. Okay.
Bad time.
Yeah, sorry. Well, we'll get back to that, Paul. Who's next? Jason?
I have not done one yet.
Oh, yeah. Add 3, please.
Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Ready? Hi, I'm Danny DeVito. Use your best Danny DeVito impression. And I want to watch your kid. I ain't talking about no goat. I want to watch your blood child.
No, Jay, they're asking you to use a Danny DeVito impression. Could you go ahead and go back and try that?
Hi, I'm Danny DeVito. And I want to watch your kid. I ain't talking about no goat. I want to watch your blood child. I am a great temporary parent. I swear. Call me at 1-800-DANNY-NANNY to set up a time and place. One at a time, please. I'm Danny DeVito.
You know, it'd probably help if you were if when you were reading that ad copy, if you were drinking wine out of a Diet Coke can. It's a little joke for all you It's Always Sunny fans out there.
It might, but what's not a joke is thank you Lifetime for sponsoring us. That was great.
Yeah, thanks.
Check out 1-800-DANNY-NANNY.
Now, is Lifetime sponsoring us, or is Lifetime Movie Network sponsoring us?
Oh, Lifetime Originals, I think, is what technically the thing is.
That explains it.
Yeah. Okay, so Paul, you were giving us the plot twist?
Yeah. Before I was rudely interrupted, but you know, you got to pay the bills.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Lifetime.
It turns out that Robert, a little while back, actually during one of his infamous book tours, had a little bit of a wild night because he was drinking a lot at the time. You know, I mean, you lose a kid, you're gonna go off the rails a little bit. Robert was on the book tour. He was drinking. He meets a nice young lady. They go back to a hotel. One thing leads to another. So it turns out he has a realization via reading. He sees an autograph of his inside of one of his own books that he finds in, what's her name?
Bridget.
Jody.
Bridget's bedroom. Cut out the part where Chris said Jody. Because it turns out that her real name is Jody.
No, it doesn't.
Joni. Joni.
Yeah. Yes.
And he had slept with her, and so he has this realization. He's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, she is lying about who she is.
Right.
Yeah. And by now, we also know that she's not really pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah. Like, by that point, yeah, we've met, she's got an accomplice friend. There's a wonderful scene that's, I think, in every Lifetime movie where she's helping a child ride a bike, and the child goes down the driveway and almost hits a car.
Oh, yeah.
Turns down the sidewalk, but you hear her scream, and it turns out that, boom, Dwayne's here.
Ooh.
Yeah, because we all know that the best way to start out a kid on a bike is to point them straight down a driveway towards a road.
It's fantastic. But Dwayne is some handsome in that redneck kind of way guy.
He's like Carney handsome.
Handsome. I mean, Charlie's into him.
Charlie
but
says that at some point.
Yeah, Charlie knows not to fuck with him though. But so that's the thing. We meet him, and then so this is where things start changing because Jay, as you said, Sully knows that she's not actually pregnant.
Yeah, Sully doesn't know what a shower sounds like because she walked into Joni's room and heard the shower going and still kept creeping up to the bathroom to peek in there.
In her defense, Bridget, as she's known at the time, didn't close the door all the way. Like she thought she closed the door, the latch didn't catch, it kind of cracked open a little bit. So if the door's not closed, everything's fair game.
Well, you know what? In 2015, I tweeted, I mean, Sully knows what a shower sounds like. Why was she being such a creeper?
Here's the question, Jay.
Yeah.
In 2015, how many children did you have?
4.
In 2015?
I have no comment.
Zero.
So now, since the movie and now, how many children have crept on you showering, pissing, or shitting?
I mean, they all do constantly. That's what.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe Sully wasn't so different.
But Sully was 6 years old, okay? And Sully, they don't do it to other people that are not me or my wife.
Hey, do you have any 6-year-olds?
No, I have a 5-year-old.
Okay, well, just wait.
Yeah, just wait for it, buddy. They get bold, right, Hutson?
Fair.
Yo, yeah.
Fine. Who knows what'll happen in the next year? Fine.
Jay, you also tweeted that Dwayne is Daryl Dixon's cousin that died in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what he does look like, yeah.
Yeah, handsome in that redneck sort of way.
Right.
So Sully sees the fake tummy that Bridget is wearing / Joni, as we know now. And that's when Joni says, well, I guess I'm just going to kidnap the child.
I mean, Joni often pulls the, like, you can't tell your parents or something really bad is going to happen. She plays that whole mind game with Sully all the time. And Sully just
so
trying to be a good little diabetic kid and just trying to do the right thing. And she keeps a secret so that her mom and dad are safe.
Pretty good child actor, by the way.
Oh, she's fantastic.
One of the better roles in the movie.
Absolutely. Hutson, you quoted something earlier, and I just want to bring it up again because Robert and Sarah have this like argument at one point, and Robert talks about how he while tit to tit with Bridget's tits, he does say he found chocolates in the pantry, and he is very upset by it. And what did he sternly say at Sarah again?
Well, I mean, this will play into the show a bit later because Bridget does not know the dangers of diabetic ketoacidosis, but Kristen Wiig does and should know better than to have chocolate in the pantry.
You haven't turned the page in 5 minutes. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine.
Okay.
I was in the pantry today, and I found an unopened box of chocolates.
It was probably a gift or something.
Come on, Sarah. If Sully were to find that, you know exactly what would happen.
Robert, what is going on?
You know the dangers of diabetic ketoacidosis.
And Sully knows not to eat candy unless we say it's okay. You have to trust her.
She's 6.
I cannot take this anymore. Robert, with all of this worrying. Ever since you got back from your last book tour, you have been completely shut down. It is suffocating.
It's I mean, we all just heard it right now, but like he says it so sternly and so earnestly. Oh, you know the dangers of diabetic ketosis.
It's a wonderful moment. It really is.
It's so good. It's one of the first. If you search gifs for a deadly adoption, it's one of the main ones that shows up. It's such a good fucking line. So Robert and Sarah realize their kid's gone, and so they call the police, and Robert's acting suspicious because he's not admitting he knows sort of he knows this Bridget's not who she seems. And, the cops are it's quite suspicious.
I liked the guy that played the sheriff.
Yeah.
Oh, he's great. I mean, He was in like 80 episodes of ER. He's a fantastic actor.
Oh, was he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And he's super suspicious of Will Ferrell's character.
Oh, yeah.
And that's smart, because if he wasn't...
I did read also that he pulled Will Ferrell aside while they were filming this and was like, I don't get it. Is this supposed to be funny? Because it's not good.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He didn't get
That's
it.
amazing.
He didn't know what was going on while they were shooting it. And
That's fair,
by the way,
honestly.
it didn't answer.
Oh, it is.
Will Ferrell did not say what he told him in response, but
Yeah, he's multiple seasons of ER. I think he's in multiple seasons of one of the NCIS shows currently.
Okay.
He does a lot of he's a dramatic actor on television. So he probably was like, "What did I get roped into? I thought I was getting into a Will Ferrell vehicle, and I'm doing this. What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And so, good point.
The confusion ran deep.
Yeah. So, Joni is her name now. Not to be confused with Jody, who was our friend Paul Brooks.
That was Big Ronnie's character from Greasy Strangler.
Yeah, well, also But You now, right?
Right, yeah.
And I think it's fair to say that Dwayne and Joni are real bullshit artists.
Yeah, that is fair. But they've taken Sully up to a cabin where they're, I don't know, scheming more to do ransom, I guess, is what they're doing. And Sully is feeling real bad because she's got this diabetes, and it's not good. So Dwayne goes to the store to get stuff because Bridget, Joni can't go
Candy bars.
because that's how the simplicity of diabetes is.
Right.
Anyway, but someone sees him getting those candy bars.
Charlie.
Yeah, it is. And so then Charlie saves the day.
Well,
credits.
Not quite.
This movie would be about 20 minutes shorter if Charlie had done the right thing and called the cops after getting the license plate. Because he's already seen the truck.
Yeah.
He gave a statement to the police already. He sees the guy. Get the fucking plates and call the cops.
But unfortunately, the title of this film is A Deadly Adoption.
And no one has died yet.
Well, that's my main complaint is, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Because this movie would have 100% fewer deadlies if Charlie didn't follow the truck.
My mom was like, well, Charlie's going to die here because killing the kid would be too much.
Yeah.
But someone has to die. Kathy knows someone's going to die.
She knows what's up.
That's fair. That's so good. So, Hutson, I hope you're happy that there were 20 more minutes, because personally, this is, obviously the best part of the movie.
Well, no, I agree.
Last act of this fucking movie.
This is really when the movie begins to pick up.
The whole first two acts are really a setup, and it just rolls after that.
In case we didn't make it clear, though, Charlie creeps all the way up to the house and is peeking in the window and sees Sully and everything, and then Dwayne jacks him in the face and knocks him out. And that's when I got a Tubi ad break.
Not for us.
Not for us, for Tubi.
No, but it did. Tubi did that. Tubi's good with the ad breaks usually.
Yeah.
They curate them at the good spots. It's great. So Charlie wakes up, and then we get a little scene where he is then murdered. So there's one deadly. We got a deadly in there.
Yeah.
No one has been adopted yet, though. So if we're going by these rules,
that's really the titular deadly. But there's no titular adoption.
Well, I just thought of something too. Okay, there's a couple times as the plot is continuing here where the whole Joni plot just goes right into the toilet, with her trying to get money and everything.
She's
Dwayne thinks that she is playing him too and really does love Robert and want to be with him. That kind of happens, and but there's a few times where Joni says to Sully, "I'm your new mom." So in a way, there's a couple attempted adoptions because really Joni's trying to adopt Sully in a way.
Okay, if we're talking that though, by the end of the movie, that adoption, spoiler, is deadly.
True.
Yeah, true.
So maybe the adoption is about Joni adopting Sully, and that's the deadly adoption, actually.
That's the thing I love about this movie is that it's always subverting expectations.
Maybe there's more layers to this onion than we thought.
So let's just get into where this goes here.
Real quick.
No, we have to do the ad. The music started here. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who's,
sorry.
Mike, I think it's you.
No, it's Hudson
No,
here.
Chris? Oh, okay.
All
Add
right.
4, please, Chris Hudson.
Do you remember those pills you put into a glass of water and it would make an animal? It blew your baby brain, right?
Oh, yeah.
What if I told you there were pills that could do that, but a baby? That's right. Now there's a pill that will literally put a baby in you. A real life baby.
Pregnant pause here.
Oh, I see what you did.
Made of foam.
Oh.
Just swallow 1 pill and you got yourself a baby in you. 2 pills, 2 babies. 3 pills, triplets. Just don't do 10. That's too many babies in you. Buy our new baby pills today.
Thank you so much, Lifetime, for sponsoring us, and your wonderful ad algorithm is great.
That's weirder.
So Joni takes a boat out to the house.
Yeah.
And Sarah is standing, or Sarah's in her car, like figuring something out, and Joni starts doing a Fear-style, like, knock on the car. It's fucking... It's the same rhythm as Marky Mark just pounding his chest, but she's pounding the hood of the car, and it's fucking great.
It was a little scary, actually.
So Joni threatens her with a gun and, tells her that she got Robert got her pregnant on the book tour because she's one of the groupies of the financial... What's he called? I don't know.
Financial rock star.
Financial fellatio.
Yeah. And then, they fight. Sarah pushes Joni into a box of organic fruit, which is pretty good.
That's deadly.
But then Joni eventually overpowers Sarah and sets up a suicide scene by putting her into the car in a closed garage, and it's running. So
Can we describe her outfit, her fighting outfit?
Oh, yeah, she's changed quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Go for it.
Well, first of all, she's taken off the little pregnancy harness, so she no longer looks pregnant. She dyes her hair dark. She's got these blonde streak hair extensions in there. She's wearing a really tight dress. Oh my God! And
this
like a
whole
leather
thing.
vest.
Yeah, you're right.
And heels. I mean, she's wearing some fucking, I don't know, 2-inch heels, 8-inch heels. I don't know. I don't know anything about heels. I just know I like them.
This is just her look. This is her real look.
She's a punk rock bad girl.
This is Joni, and she's.
I think it's more of a new metal bad girl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a real Limp Bizkit listener kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she just decides that this tight dress is perfect to go on a little boating expedition and to get in a fight.
Well, was she going to... She was going to get Sully's medicine also, I think, was part of it.
She was trying to.
You're right, yeah.
And I'm not sure if she was going to confront Robert. I think she was going to just say, hey, we've got Sully, give me the money. I don't think she was planning to...
Well, I think she was going to seduce him, too. Well, I don't think she was going to get into a fight, but I think she was going there to try to seduce Robert again.
Yeah.
And also get the medicine. Yeah. But as shown earlier, when she kidnaps Sully, and not only does she forget Sully's medicine, she leaves all of her other shit, including the book, for Will Ferrell to discover. So
not a great criminal.
Not a great criminal.
No, she's not good at the criminal thing.
But you're right. She probably Go ahead, Mike.
Not a great criminal.
But yeah, she probably, I think you're right, Chris. I think she probably dressed up like that. Even though that's how she normally dresses, she probably went over there with the intention to be like, look, I have your kid. Look at me. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, just run away with me, start a new life. I think that's ultimately what she really wanted.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because when she confronts Robert, she said, I don't understand. Like, we did this already. Like, why don't you come with me?
Yeah.
And he said he rebukes her attempts to lure him.
Well, what's great about this is she tells Robert he's acting very strange.
Yeah, I guess we jumped over. Obviously, we're jumping over a lot, but
fine.
We need to. but there's like what makes this twist not so much of a twist is that you start out thinking it's like this thing where he's going to cheat on her because that's the expectation.
But he already has.
I know, but we find out he already has.
Yeah.
But we get this scene at one point where they're just talking by the lake, and he talks about how he doesn't think he loves his wife much anymore.
Yeah.
Because she lost the baby, and she still blames him, even though he knew. Like, it's this whole fucking thing, and he's such a piece of shit for it.
Yeah, he opens up and says some stuff to a stranger he should not be saying.
But then she says something like, she asks him, she goes,
Robert, are you happy?
Happy? I'm not really sure. Sometimes I am, I guess. What about you? Are you happy?
I think soon I'll be very happy.
You really are a strange girl.
Right.
but at that point in the movie, you think they're gonna fuck. Like, you think that they're like connecting sexually.
No, I thought it was, well.
What do you think, Paul? It's valid. Your
I don't
feelings
know.
are valid.
I guess I thought it was more about like whatever, because we know at that point that she's pulling off a plot, do we not?
Oh, yeah.
No, not at that.
Yeah,
no, we don't know she's got a plot.
At that point.
Yeah,
Not
because
at that
she's
point.
texting people and she says, I'm here. Like, there's something up.
We know
there's something
something's
up, but we don't know
We know
what's up
something's up, but we don't know that it's as nefarious as it is. I guess so.
Yeah.
So some people could pick on it. Maybe like a Kathy would know what exactly is happening. But personally, me,
she shoots Robert.
Bang, bang. Twice. Shoots him twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And leaves Kristen Wiig in a running car in the garage.
Yeah, Robert's in a bloody pool. Kristen Wiig is dying in the garage, and she forgets Sully's medicine.
Again.
Sully's hurting. Sully's got a bad tummy ache.
And not only that, she still forgets to bring all of her crap, including the book. That would be a dead giveaway to the cops if they were to search the room.
She's terrible at this.
She's
terrible
real bad
criminal.
at this. Yeah, she also gets back and gets into an argument with Dwayne. And at this point, you gotta at least feel for Dwayne a little bit.
Yeah.
You do a little bit.
I mean, he's just doing it for the money.
He's doing
in
ransom.
it for the money. Yeah, okay, so he's a piece of shit kidnapper, but like, he also gets screwed over.
Well, you know
he
what?
doesn't want to hurt the kid. He wants to help the kid.
Yes, that's true.
Let me just refer to my tweet about Dwayne really quick.
Oh, okay.
Where I say, nice randomly placed razor blade tat, Dwayne. Hashtag a deadly adoption.
So Joni shows up at the back of the cabin.
Hey, you got the money?
Sully, baby girl!
Hey, what happened?
I don't feel good. I know, baby. Listen, baby. Your daddy is dead. No, but you and I are gonna be fine. No.
Yeah. Drops that bombshell.
Let's rip the Band-Aid off.
After what we could only assume Sully's been doing is vomiting her fucking guts out in the bathroom because that's where she gets her out of.
Oh wait, more than that.
Stop me! Mommy is already dead. I'm your new mom.
Standing next to a man who was pretending to use her as a body shield but wasn't because it's a child and she's too small, gets shot in the gut. Sully is then told her mommy's dead and this is new mommy.
Yeah.
Yes,
so much therapy going on here.
Oh my God, so much therapy.
So much therapy.
Robert isn't dead, it turns out.
Right.
And he gets Sarah out of the car and has the most amazing heroic scene of slow-mo, the garage door rising. He's holding
car
her.
exhaust in the background, like lit. It's great.
Fucking great.
Epic.
It's so good. And so then they decide, they know there's only one.
This
Only
is
one
so
bridge.
stupid.
It's
Only
so
one
wonderfully
bridge.
bad. They're on a lake. And then they say the only way out of Storm Lake is over the Mackinac Bridge, which literally makes zero sense.
Yes.
In any way. But it is a good standing. Oh shit, hold on, the music's happening again.
Oh,
fuck.
Oh, we got
All
one.
All right.
Do I get one?
Yeah, Paul, why don't you do 5, please?
Okay, 5. Let me see here. All right, add 5. Here we go. Are you yearning for a companion, perhaps a pet or a human child? Then come visit the Then come visit the Ferrells right off the Ventura.
It's Ferrells.
Well, but you spelled Farrell wrong. You spelled it F-A-R-R.
Hey, Mike didn't spell it wrong.
I didn't spell
That's
anything
Lifetime.
wrong.
Lifetime needs some sort of proofreading.
Just say Ferrells.
No, this is Perry Farrell from Jane's Addiction. Then come visit Ferrell's right off the Ventura Freeway in sunny Tarzana. Yeah, Tarzana's okay. Will has hand-picked each one of his ferals to ensure they are both friendly and docile. Plus, thanks to Will's 30-day bite-back guarantee, you never have to be afraid of commitment. So come down to Ferrell's and get yourself a loving pet or a kid.
What's the 30-day bite-back guarantee on a kid?
That's a great question, but thank you, Lifetime, for these.
Yeah, thanks for that.
For sponsoring us very much.
Also, Lifetime, invest in a proofreader.
I so thought I proofread that. So they're on the bridge. Robert drives a boat, which he's scared of, right? He's scared of being on the water because his wife fell into the water.
Gotta do it. Hero moment.
Hey, he's a hero right now.
I mean, he has been shot twice, so it's quite the feat getting from the lake up all the way up to this bridge. But he does it.
Well, I mean, he's already carried his wife out of the garage.
True,
true. We've already shown that his adrenaline is rushing. He probably did some PCP or something before leaving.
Yeah, that's
something to dull the pain.
A little something extra from his book tour days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Robert walks up on that bridge, and he's got a standoff with a truck.
Yeah. And he gets run the fuck over.
Credits.
Done.
No, he ducks out of the way. The car crashes.
Why does the car crash?
Sully grabs the wheel and cranks it.
Yeah, that's right. Cranks the wheel.
Every member of this family gets their heroic moment.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're all the same. Why do they have to hurt me? No, you're gonna hurt him! We don't need him! No, you're gonna kill him! Let go! I'm your new mother now! You got my butt!
It's an old truck, so Joni's head just swaps into that steering wheel. And thankfully, as a child, Sully just gets on out.
Yeah. She grips her stomach because she's still got that stomach ache and runs over to her dad.
She's got to look for Wilford Brimley real quick.
Then something like, what's her name? Joni? Joni has a gun though, so
I think it's Janie. Janie has a gun, Paul.
Oh.
Jani's got a gun.
Oh, hell, we can't sing any more of that. We're going to get in trouble.
Okay.
So Joni gets up. She's fine. She's got a gun. And she's taking Sully back, and she's going to kill Robert.
Right. But Mike.
But what? What?
Huge twist here. Again, Sully takes matters into her own hands. Just darts off the bridge, just jumps right off of it.
Well, I think Will Ferrell told her to do that.
Yeah, there's a whole thing where Will Ferrell doesn't
Yeah.
trust her through the whole movie. Like, he doesn't trust her because he's always trying to protect her, but now he has to trust her to save herself. This is where the relationship deepens.
That's actually clever right there. I didn't pick up on that. That's good.
It is. Yes, he says, I trust you. And then she jumps off the bridge, and he has to try to make a run for it himself.
Now that you say that, Jay, that is a trusting thing. Not only does he trust her to jump into the water, which is something he is terrified because of, events, the inciting events. Like, it's actually so I didn't think of this earlier, Jay. I'm glad you said this. This is like super, obviously stupidly dumb deep, but it's very fun. I like
you know
that.
what? Extra
Just
5
say it.
points.
It's well done.
Extra 5 points for that for rating time.
That's fantastic. Yeah, so she jumps into the water, and then Ferrell jumps into the water too, which obviously he's terrified of that. And then Joni just walks up with that gun and bang.
Yeah, I mean, she's got them dead to rights. You know, they're Will manages to get her back into the boat, so they're out of the water. But Joni is, I mean,
But they're
like
now an easy target.
She is pulling the trigger, and you hear the gunshot, and you're like, oh shit! But then they show Joni has been shot.
Oh no!
That's
By
right.
who?
Kristen Wiig, smoking gun in hand.
That's right.
Boom.
And Joni goes over into the water.
Yeah.
And to kind of bookend that whole, we start with someone falling into the water, we end with someone falling into the water.
Good one.
Right.
Love a good bookend.
6 months later,
Yeah.
Dance party!
another party. We're back at the party.
Isn't it just them dancing in their kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just them cheesily for at least 1 minute.
Oh, yeah. It goes on for a long time.
Yeah.
They're talking. Ferrell and Wiig are talking, just kind of summarizing their feelings at the end of the movie, like we do for the whole podcast. And then a song pops on, and it's this generic fucking song.
God. I love like they're trying, like Kristen Wiig has a spoon, like she's gonna sing, but she doesn't actually sing.
It is worth seeing for just this end scene here, where for a minute long they just kind of really badly dance, and it's I think the only real wink to the audience that this was a bit.
But then after that is the best scene of the movie. It just it just says inspired by a true story.
Oh yeah.
God.
There's no way.
Well, there are adoptions.
Okay, sure.
There
and people
are
have
murders.
been killed. Yeah.
It's inspired by things.
And credits.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, that's perfect timing because we have this last ad we got to read. Thank you so much. Jay, would you please read ad roll 6 for us, please?
Sure. Here, let me find it here. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Is there blood down there? That's okay. It's a natural part of life. We here at Lifetime understand that our bodies are wonderful meat cars of weird and wild stuff. And sometimes that stuff gets a bit messy. That's why we're offering listeners 20% off our new Lifetime Originals hemorrhoid rectal pads. Get yours today.
Wow.
Because guys have bleed needs too.
Wow.
Wow, thank you, Lifetime, for these wonderful ads.
Hey, do we get a supply of these for the deal?
That would be
I
nice,
need one
actually.
after this movie.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a bleed. I got a bleed need.
Oh, my ass.
Da-da-da-da-da.
So, boys, thank you for watching this movie with me. I appreciate it. I hope these ratings don't reflect that you hated it. I hope that it's at least enjoyable. I had a good time talking about it. And so what I would like to do for the rating score is something we haven't quite mentioned, but at the end of the movie, this is fitting, is the song that's played about dancing. And through the dancing, they do say a lot of ways to dance, which is wiggle, groove, shuffle, boogie, jitter, fly, bounce, jump, or shake.
Oh.
And I think you could pick any of those and rate it 1 out of 100 any of those.
Okay.
So your options are wiggle, groove, shuffle, boogie, jitter, fly, bounce, jump, or shake.
Okay.
Chris Hutson.
Well, this movie is not good. I mean, I did get into it more once Bridget or Joni started getting really batshit. So about 20 minutes from the end, my score reflects this, that the last 20 minutes is pretty fun, especially if you're watching with someone. I do wish they got a little more over the top, like played it like super extra dramatic, but maybe that wouldn't have worked. I don't know. But I'm scoring with what we've got, and what we've got is the rating score in honor of Will Ferrell's alcoholism in the movie, because he would have had hella shakes. So I'm going to give this 63 shakes.
Okay.
It would have been way less if the last 20 minutes were different, but hey.
Well, that's fair.
That was fun.
Paul Brooks.
I by no means hated this movie, so you can rest easy, Mike.
I'm resting easy.
But I do agree with what Chris said. You know, it's such a strange sort of line to figure out, you know, what to do with this sort of thing. Yeah, it's just in that sort of middle ground where I just don't even quite know what to say about it, because it's just such a strange anomaly, you know, like there's nothing like this. So I will say that there's nothing else like this where like big stars that I know of anyway are purposely making a Lifetime movie as a quote unquote parody. So there's that. I also had fun talking about it, and I am going to boost it up an additional 5 points. Oddly enough, originally I was going to go 63, but with those additional 5, I'm going to move it up to 68 jumps.
Very nice.
Jumps up 5. Nice.
Jason Huls.
Yeah, I feel like I said most of what I would say now, I said at the beginning when we were talking about this whole thing. So, yeah, I think I also would have preferred them to actually do a more obvious parody. But like Chris said, who knows, maybe it wouldn't have worked. I don't know. But you keep waiting for it to get funny.
Right.
And
I remember that when we were watching, we're like, when is it going to get weird? When is it going to get funny?
Exactly. And it never does. But I don't hate the movie. Like I said, I am amused by the fact that it exists and that they did this.
Yeah.
And I do think this whole episode here, Mike, is a good segue for me to announce Paul and the spinoff Paul and I are going to do called Two Guys, One Lifetime, where we review Lifetime
You've
movies.
been wanting to do this for years.
For years.
I can't wait to hear this first episode.
I feel like our first guest is going to be Paul's mom, which is that'll be fun. So definitely look out for Two Guys, One Lifetime.
She'd be down.
But I am going to give this a 72. I had some fun with it. You know, I appreciate the weird animal that it is. So 72. Mike, what do you think?
Very nice.
Boys, I love these scores. I appreciate the positivity you've had about it.
Oh, I said jiggles, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, good. Paul, keep that in. So I was worried because Paul and Jay, you guys had talked about how you'd seen this before, you tweeted about it, and I was a little worried that you didn't care for it because, you know, I wasn't sure. And it's understandable about people not like, you know, it's whatever, 2015, whatever it is. But I watched this for the first time the day after Thanksgiving last year on edibles.
Oh, well,
with friend of the show, Prince of Magic, and my sweet friend Maggie. We got very high and watched this amongst other things, but that was our like hangover day for Thanksgiving. And it was the best Thanksgiving of my goddamn life. The whole time. That includes Friday after, right? It was just a great time. So I had a good thing. But I was excited about it. So I double watched it to make sure. And I'm like, no, this is a beast that we should check into. And I am different than all of you because I do really like the weird meta-ness of it. I like that it's not funny at any point. I like that the funny stuff is like, you feel like you're in on an inside joke kind of a way. It's a weird fucking beast. But I like this kind of shit. I don't know. If you know David Reese, like, that's my fucking jam, man. Like, fucking weird pencil sharpening shit is my goddamn jam. So I think if you want to see something that you know, you got to know it's not funny. Like, you got to know that it's meta. And if you do, though, if you go into that, I say, let me pick one of these things. Nah, fuck it. I'm giving them all. I'm gonna go 90.
Wow.
Wiggle, groove, shuffle, boogie, jitter, fly, bounce, jump, shake.
Real bad chicken situation going on here. A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
That's fair.
You know what else? You know what else is fair though, Mike? I think there is a handful of moments, kind of in retrospect, watching it again, that are funny. I mean, the fact that this very attractive young lady is, for whatever reason, just super has the hots for this finance author, but like they're talking in a like rock club or something. Like, what was that all about? Can I do one more tweet, Mike?
Let's hear it.
Robert says he doesn't like those big motors on the lake. I think Bridget is going to change his mind about motorboating.
Oh my God.
Hashtag a deadly adoption.
That's very good. Paul, please tell me you got about 5,000 likes for that.
I got 6.
That's pretty good.
That's
all right.
a lot for me.
Yeah, I was saying in comparison to the rest, like especially in 2015, right? Like,
Right.
Boys, thank you so much for watching this with me. But sadly, it's time to sunset on Storm Lake to have a new dawn, a new movie that we're going to watch. And Chris Hutson, what is that movie?
Well, you know the sun rises in the east.
Yeah, okay, we do. Yeah.
Which brings me to where our next pick is from. You know, I have this strange love of really weird Japanese things.
We're going to
So
Japan.
you're going to want to keep your subtitles on for this one. I've never actually seen this one, so who knows how it's going to turn out. But the trailer looks amazing. And it's got some pretty decent reviews, so really hoping this one turns out really well. But we're going to watch Dead Sushi.
Sushi.
This is a 2012 movie from the guy who did Machine Girl and a couple other really weird Japanese things. It's about fucking zombie sushi.
I think I've heard of it.
100% in on this.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Thank you, deadly listeners, for listening.
And thank you, dead listeners.
Also, dead listeners, also. You've passed away, and we appreciate that. So please review us on Dead Journal and buy our shirts on Dead Tea Public at dead.store.bmovemania.com.
Just don't even give the real URL.
And then
I keep getting a 404 message.
Follow us on Dead Instagram, and we have a new web forum on the evil Facebook called Dead B Movie Mania.
This is bad.
It's fair.
Should we do a little listener shout out here? Somebody that reviewed us.
Oh, sure. What's that?
We can read a nice review. It makes us feel good about ourselves. It strokes our ego, and they get a nice little shout out here.
Let's hear it.
Let's see. We have a review from RJNC00 who says, "Great podcast. No other podcasts has these crazy obscure movie. Great work, guys."
Wow.
Thank you very much for the 5-star
hell yeah.
rating.
Thank you.
RJNC00. We appreciate it.
I'm glad you love our dive into weird ass shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We're gonna shake, yeah, we'll be shaking all night long. We're gonna jump, yes, we'll be jumping all night long. We're gonna bounce, yeah, we'll be bouncing all night long. We're gonna bounce, jump, shake, yeah, we'll be here all night.
Listen up, maniacs. Do you have a question or a comment? Would you like to send some bourbon to Uncle Lloydie? You can contact the gang on Facebook at B-Movie Mania. You can also drop them a line at bmoviemania.com. Reach out. Touch them. They're touching themselves. And they might just reach back. I'm Lloyd Kaufman saying, see you next time on B-Movie Mania. Woohoo!
Cross my heart, hope you die. Hashtag a deadly adoption. Everyone else can live with 15 bullets in them. How come Joni can't? Hashtag a deadly adoption. Just trying to see if there's any other ones here. This is more cut for time. Bridget has an excellent phone for someone in a shelter. Lies. Hashtag a deadly adoption. Watch that MacBook on your lap, Robert. That'll lower your sperm count. Hashtag a deadly adoption. He's shooting little irradiated blanks.
We're gonna Yeah, we'll be here all night.
Bye-bye.